Hello and a very warm welcome to the final day of the European Aquatics Youth Artistic Swimming Championships and a Komen Cup. It's been a very busy few days with the championships starting on Thursday. Medals have been awarded so far across 5 events, with the medals split between 6 national federations. We now have 3 more today, with the women's duet, the mixed duet and the free duet. As we are starting to see the finalists for the duet event, the first event of the day today. 13 will be in this final. Normally it's 12. But it's 13 on this occasion because it's combined with the Komen Cup. We have an additional pair. They're walking out in the order that they will be swimming, and the order will be in the reverse of how they finished in the preliminary rounds and the figure competition. So if they were, say, 12th, qualified in 12th place, then they will be going first. As we have the mixed duets now that will immediately follow the women's duets. It's a straight final for them, so it has been done as a draw, the order of the appearance. So once again, we're at the very impressive Olympic Aquatics Centre in Athens. They have 12 pools in total within the facility, both indoor and out. As you can see, for the artistic swimming, we're in the diving area, 25 metres by 21 metres and 5 metres deep. So no problem at all with the depth of the pool. In artistic swimming, you're absolutely not allowed to use the bottom of the pool, but at this depth, they wouldn't be anyway. It's a truly wonderful facility and so motivational for the athletes. It's a history of many superb aquatic events here, including, of course, the Olympic Games, which is hard to believe, but yeah, that was 20 years ago. So if you haven't been following, this is a youth championships. So it is between 13 and 15 years of age for the females and up to 16 for the males. Many of them are experiencing international competition for the first time. For others, they may have competed before in the European Championships and the World Youth Championships over the last couple of years before they move up to juniors next year. A big year across youth and juniors, with the World Junior Championships also taking place later this year in Lima, Peru. So the officials are about to be introduced. Lucenius, she's the chairperson for the Technical Artistic Swimming Committee. Mari Kavakiglu is the secretary. Paolo Soro is a delegate for European Aquatics. And Laura Derenzis, she's here as the Komen coordinator. Every one of them working extremely hard, along with the referee, Judith Vidit. Yael Rubicek is the assistant referee. And now the judges are being introduced. 2 panels, one looking at the elements. The highest and the lowest scores don't count, but they give a score for each of the 7 elements within the routine. Of those 7 elements, there has to be an acro pair move as well. For the artistic impression, Again, 5 judges, highest, lowest, don't count. And then they give 3 scores, 1 for choreography musicality, 1 for presentation, and 1 for transitions. So basically everything between the hybrids that weaves the whole routine together. Artistry is so important in this sport. The difficulty technical controllers, they analyze the coach card. There is an assigned degree difficulty for every single routine and every single movement within the hybrid. And if they are seen to be doing something different or not completed on the coach card, then the difficulty for that would go down to a base mark. As we look at the start list, preliminary rounds and the figures competition. So all the calculations have been done. The training is complete, and we will shortly be starting. France are currently leading the way on the medal table. 3 golds and 2 silvers. So a fabulous competition so far for them. Championship. Medals split between France, Greece, Poland, Spain, Italy and Turkey. History for Poland with their bronze medal, the first time they've won a medal in a major championship like this. And for Turkey, with the gold in the women's figures, that was history as well. They've had medals before, but never a gold and never a title. Great to see that the medals are split between so many nations. 6 at the moment. With these new rules, it's a lot less predictable. And every athlete walks onto the stage believing that they have an opportunity to perhaps get on that podium. So within the hybrids you'll be watching, there are different families to look out for. So there are rotations, of which there are lots of different levels, so level 1 up to level 9. There are then thrusts, there are flexibility moves, and something we call airborne weight, which is when they have their legs in the air upside down and they have more static moves to show those verticals. So every one of those has different levels, and there are limits as to how many times you can do certain rotations from levels 5 up to 9 and on the flexibility moves and the thrusts, so that you try to get variety into the performance for those hybrids. And we are ready to start with the women's duet event, the free duet at the European Aquatics Youth Artistic Swimming Championships. Bulgaria leading the way, Laura Shanova and Rhea Fadieva. The 15-year-olds, this is a Slavic flame routine, starting with a degree difficulty 23.25. So that was the first acro pair move that all athletes have to have an acrobatic move in it somewhere. As they move into the first hybrid. Keeping the shoulders nice and high for the presentation, which is good. Very important to get fully round on these rotations. Just a tiny few errors coming into the transitions. Nice thrust. Oh, need to be so careful of the timing. Just slightly different emphasis again on the timing there. And with one leg out of the water, really should have aimed for a little bit more height on that last hybrid. But overall, a good swim for Bulgaria. Their degree difficulty isn't as high as some of the other routines that we are going to be seeing today. But what is very important is to make sure that the difficulty is at the right level for the athletes, and that's really important for the coaches to not push the athletes too hard so that they are able to execute what they do well and not fall into the trap of going too much on difficulty and getting base marks. For the future, as they get more experience and continue to build on the sport, they really need to continue to work on their height. The water level was round about the knees, and for a good execution score, you want it to be much higher than that, so the knees are dry when it's 2 legs out of the water. And if it's 1 leg out of the water, really you want to be, if you want to get maximum scores, you need to be up at hit level. But we wouldn't expect that from these athletes. They are young. Some of these rotations, the height was okay, but it wasn't consistent, as we can see here. Just a few more inches would make a huge, huge difference for them on the score. It was good to see that they did movements in the upright position using the egg beater technique. Sometimes these days, the athletes spend too much time lying on their backs because it's easier to travel around the pool, obviously, when you were on your backs. They also had a pretty good variety within the hybrids. So that's a routine score of 116.4980. They haven't got any base marks, so that's really good news for them, as they did get a couple in the preliminaries. 186.1996. What is very disappointing for them is they didn't get the additional 40 points for the apnea, and naturally that makes a big difference. So didn't adhere to the no more than 50% underwater ruling. And we move on to the duet from Sweden. Kubeseren, Emma Martinez Delgado. This is their dance routine. Sing, sing, sing. 25.8 on the difficulty. They left it a little bit short on the airborne weight move at the start. Didn't really show the vertical. Just need to keep tight as they go into those split positions to make it look a little bit more dynamic. Well, a fun and lively routine there from Sweden. They got just the one base mark in the preliminaries, so they finished 12th in those. But today the preliminary scores don't carry forward, so it's purely the score, the combined score, the average from their figure competition that took place a couple of days ago. So when the scores come up on the screen, you'll see a score for this routine, but then you will see the overall score with the figures added. And for any medals and for the final result, it has to be with the combined score. So currently in the lead is Bulgaria, 186.1996. So that's the score that they are out to beat. Bulgaria obviously didn't get the 40 points for the apnea, so we will have to wait and see on that. They started quite a few of the hybrids with the airborne weight level 2, so 4 of those hybrids were the same, so that might be picked up by the artistic judges. It's good to have variety within that. They had plenty of rotations, but I don't think they had thrust within that, and I always like to see something from every family. On the alignment, they're tending to rush the endings of those hybrids and not showing the vertical line before they then sort of crash out of it. They've been together for about 6 months. They were first at the Swedish Youth and Junior Championships this year. Both 14 years of age, coached by Anna Nosova. It's great to see Sweden coming up through the rankings again. Their score in the preliminaries was 149.1772. As I said, that was with a base mark, so they will be hopeful of getting more than that. They had quite a few synchronization errors then, and I think they did have, as I say, a few errors today as well. We will wait and see what the judges think. Slight deduction on the difficulty. They have got the apnea bonus. Their routine score 150.8688 for an overall score of 216.7507 once you add in the figures. So about 0.9 more on the routine score than they got in preliminaries, but still a base mark.
Please welcome Duet number 3, Germany.
Next to swim, the duet from Germany, Joanna Kab, Felicitas Embacher. The theme of this routine is Ninja Warrior, and they start with 17.9. Solid on the rotations. Some nice transitions and already very good travel around the pool. Good height there. Excellent on the timing. Slightly different angles on the unbalanced move. Very nice on the connection. Would like to see them swimming a little bit closer together now. That's better. Again, very solid. Oh, needed to rotate a little bit more there. on those spins. It's a 360 spin, so important to get all of the way round. It's very difficult in this pool for them to know which way they're facing underneath the water, so that adds to the challenges because the width is almost the same as the length of the pool, and of course it's all the same depth, so very easy to lose your way. I really like the contrast in that performance. The degree difficulty at 17.9 is of course less than a lot of the routines that we will see, so they can't afford any base marks to reduce that further. But what I liked was that overall, I'm not sure about that last hybrid, but overall I felt that they were able to cope well with the degree difficulty that they have been given, and the execution looked pretty good on the whole. The music is Japanese samba. They've been together for 2 years. They are the German youth champions in Duet. It was the music that Marlene Boyer and Daniela Reinhardt used at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. They like to follow their role models after they very much look up to Marlene and Daniela. They were fantastic artistic swimmers, and we miss them. But they would like to follow in their footsteps. So the choreography was by Doris Ramadan and Yoko Nakahama, coached here by Barbara Legal. So they have got the full difficulty, no problem with that final hybrid. The routine score at 156.7959 is about 5 more than they had in the preliminaries. They have got the apnea bonus, 222.359, and that puts them into first place ahead of Sweden and Bulgaria. Next up, we welcome the duet from Hungary, Dorka Kovac and Sonja Bras. It's a different duet that swam in the preliminaries. This is their freaky circus routine. Very slight differences in timing on some of the transitions. Really aiming for good height here. And swimming very close together, that's good. Now they need to make sure that the height is sustained. Good explosive power for the arms there. Well, having said it was a different duet from the preliminaries, I then proceeded to give you the names of those that did compete in the preliminaries. That duet, who we've just watched, is of course Sonia Boras and Nora Kazacic. So my apologies to them. I thought the musicality throughout the performance was good. They really enjoyed the theme of Freaky Circus, the music, Jesters, a Playground by Ruba Austin. Lots of effects within the music, and that can really help when it comes to the choreography and picking out the accents of the music, which the artistic impression judges will certainly be looking for in the choreography and the musicality. They swam this duet last year as well at the World Youth Championships, because it is their second year together. Took a silver at the National Championships in Hungary this year. Their main coach is Zandra Rosa. Hungary as a country have hosted so many aquatic events over the years and do a fabulous job, and will be the host to the World Cup Super Final, which is for the seniors and will be taking place at the beginning of July. So we're very much looking forward to that. The athletes are 15.
They are both becoming 15 this year.
So we'll be 15 this year. So they had 2 base marks on their last 2 hybrids in the preliminary rounds. And that's often the way that when the athletes are getting tireder, that mistakes can happen just at the end. Their score was 151.2499 with those 2 base marks. So they will be hoping to be more than that today. 22.95 is their difficulty. So if it's a clean swim, that's what you'll see for that difficulty. Oh, that's a shame. They have got base marks again. Routine score is 138.4187. So 3 base marks on 2, 3 and 6. I'm hearing an overall score of 210.109. So in the preliminaries, 2 base marks on 5 and 6. They've obviously worked on them, but still a base mark on element 6, which is a shame, along with 2 and 3. Moving on now to the duet from Turkey. Eceporu, Shimal Taştepe, both 14 years of age, and this is their Romanian dancing routine. Difficulty of 23.45. Nicely transitioned into the acrobatic move. And very nice presentation straight away. Just managed to do the hold after the thrust level 9. The execution wasn't perfect. Just slight timing errors coming into it so far. Good on the height, but again, those timing errors. Certainly putting a lot of speed into the hybrids, which is good to see. And coming out at different angles. Well, a very fun, dynamic routine there from the duet from Turkey. I'm sure the swimmers and their coaches, it must be a very good atmosphere in the Turkish squad at the moment, having taken the first title in the figures competition. We were all absolutely thrilled for them. They are improving so much, which is great to see. For that duet, I felt that they need to continue to work on how close they are together. Sometimes they tended to drift apart, and then on other times they were just too close. You want to be close, but certainly not touching each other unless it's on a connected move. Overall, they had good variety within the hybrids with the rotations, the thrusts as well, and the flexibility moves. The last four of the hybrids all started with the airborne weight, so again, that might be picked up by the artistic judges, so they would have liked to see a little bit more variety maybe in that. When it comes to the foot choreography, this is looking back at the thrust level 9, and you can see that at the beginning of it, legs were slightly apart and it just looked a little bit off balance, and then the timing issues came into it at the end. I mean, this particularly shows up the distance. If your legs are slightly apart, the angles need to be exactly the same for the synchronization. It takes a long time to perfect something like that, and we must always remember that these athletes are only between the ages of 13 and 15. Both of these are 14 years old. The music was Stanga, if you enjoyed it. Thought the rhythm was great for artistic swimming, and they have been doing the sport for 8 years now, so started very young. Coached by Oykü Halis and choreography by Lasin Irazka Kukau. 19.45 on the difficulty, so a very slight deduction. Good on the artistic impression, pushing that up to a 66. Routine score 160.6166, which is higher than the preliminaries. An overall score of 229.5803, and straight into first place, ahead of Germany and Sweden. The duet from Croatia, they finished 8th in the preliminary rounds and then did well on the figures as well. Their theme is It Takes Two to Tango. This is Leona Vanessa and Helena Petrovic. To the duet from Croatia. The theme, as I said, was "It Takes Two to Tango." They like the tango spirit, the rhythms that you get with it, and it helps them to be sharp. They've been together for about 7 months, so not long at all. In the preliminary rounds, they had deductions of only 7.7 on the synchronization, which is pretty good. I felt perhaps on that performance that there were maybe a few more little errors on the synchronization, but we will have to wait and see. Overall, though, they are a very strong duet together. They have very different personalities, apparently, but really complement each other when it comes to the performance. Before they swim, Leona, she's calm and composed, and Helena likes to jump around and stay lively. But together, they blend very well indeed. Coached by Ivana Lukak, choreography Ivana Radetic. So their score in the preliminaries was 165.2834. So that was a line in the sand for them. They didn't have any base marks, which was the good news, and hopefully that is the case today. 24.05 was their assigned difficulty to start. The levels on the leg there always need to be the same, so they often train with markers on the legs as well to make sure they get exactly the same height. And the replays sometimes show it even more, so it's good to have another chance to look at it. Many of the countries here very much to get experience on the international stage. For some, it's all about the podium places. Currently in the lead is Turkey, 229.580. An excellent duet from them. Germany lying second with 222.359. We're about halfway through the women's duet, and afterwards we will move directly on to the mixed duet. And they're straight into first place. No base marks yet again, and they have the full apnea bonus. Excellent scores, 171.2417, so quite an increase on their preliminary score of about 6 points, 238.6690. Well deserved, and many congratulations to the duet and the coaches from Croatia. Seventh to swim, the duet from Czechia, Anna Dekova, Emma Kavmanova, both 14 years of age. The theme of this is power. The music is a thunderstorm. And they start with a difficulty of 23.8. Very important on those rotations that they do the full 60 at maximum height. That looked pretty good. Alignment slightly off. And on the two directional, must get the hips all of the way round, the whole body. Slightly drifted apart, but they look like they're aware of it and are moving closer together here, which slightly affected the alignment on the actual hybrid. No rest at all within this performance. Really cramming a lot of content on the artistry as well. Well, quite an exhausting performance there from Czechia. As I said, really did put a lot into all of the transitions between the hybrids as well, which is good to see for the artistic score. They've known each other all their life. Get on very well as friends as well. They won their nationals last year, and that's how they qualified for this European Youth Championships. They were even in the same class at school. And they started artistic swimming at the same time as well. And that always does help if you've been together a long time, if you know each other very well. Coached by Eva Zadera-Dekova. The choreography was by Eva with Alzbeta Lukasova. The score of 167.1293 was a clean swim for them in the preliminary rounds. They had synchronization deductions of 8.7 on that occasion. There were a few synchronization errors within the performance, and I felt that one of the athletes in particular, that her alignment was slightly off today. It's very important to have clean hybrids. And keeping the body lines as straight as possible. So into second place for Czechia. They don't have any base marks, so that's great news for them. 166.1125, slightly lower than their preliminary score. 231.938 is their total score, so 6.7 behind Croatia, who are still leading the way. Five more duets to swim, and this is Yael Hasler and Luciana Pietrobralla from Switzerland. Swimming eighth, there's actually 6 more to go. They start with a degree difficulty of 23.85. The theme is demons. I love the explosive power to get the height there. Very nice musicality in this hybrid. Showing a lot of power. Very forceful with the moves. And solid with their lines. Would like to see a little bit more height there on those rotations. Again, a little bit more height on the beginning of that hybrid, but very sharp with the moves. And an excellent swim there from Switzerland. They looked very well rehearsed indeed. Their presentation was good. Would have liked to have seen maybe a little bit of contrast, but a big thumbs up from the coach. I thought the musicality was excellent. Very impressive on the artistic impression, so expecting the scores to be good on that. And overall, I felt that the synchronization was better than they had in the preliminaries. They finished fourth in those preliminaries, so the routine certainly went down very well indeed with the judges. So much energy in the music, and the athletes portrayed that very well. They are the national youth champions, and this is their first season together. Coached by Livia Berisville. The routine score in prelims was 174.1957. It was a clean swim, so they will certainly be hoping for a score round about that, or if not, a little bit more. They all have sort of a personal best that they want to try and achieve. For some of them, if it's their first time swimming, then they're setting their personal bests here. So much great work goes on in Switzerland in artistic swimming. They're very organized with all of their training. They have wonderful facilities as well. So their degree difficulty was 23.85. The sort of thing that the technical controllers are looking at when it comes to any possible base marks is if they're out of the cone area on the unbalanced move, so more than 45 degrees. If they are moving from a tabletop, which is when you have two legs on the surface of the water from the knees to the feet, up to a rotation. The rotation must be at the top, but no problem here at all for Switzerland. They have increased their routine score from the preliminaries by about 3 points, 177.0355. With figures added, the score is 246.5688, and that puts them ahead of Croatia into first place. Excellent work, Switzerland. So Greece competing next. They come here with the highest combined figure score of 79.1046, and that will be added to this performance. So very much hoping for a clean swim here and perhaps a podium place. The difficulty is the second highest at 34.5. Solid on the rotations, but they got 3 base marks in the prelims, and one of them was on this next hybrid, in fact the next 3 hybrids. Apologies for the picture quality here. So this hybrid is the 8.15, really pushing it up high. Need to be a little bit careful on the timing within it as well. Very good on the presentation. Nice on the height. Well, as I say, apologies for the picture quality on that performance. Greece, they always like to really push the difficulty. Theirs is the second highest, but it's only 0.1 behind Spain. When you push it up that high at this level, sometimes it means that there are base marks, and certainly in the preliminaries they did get those 3 base marks I talked about earlier. The artistry is absolutely there. It's a fantastic duet. Really enjoyed watching it. But in the free combination yesterday as well, unfortunately, there were base marks which impacted on whether they got a medal or not. Of course, you can appeal that, and They certainly did. Anastasia Goodsaver, Natalia Janetska are the coaches. The theme was What's Behind the Door. It's a horror theme because they like to express themselves, and that really came across on the presentation and the artistry. And it's a clean swim this time, and that's absolutely fantastic. It has paid off for them. Delighted to see that, and excellent on the artistic impression as well. That is going to be very difficult to beat. 297.9359 is their total score. Their routine score at 218.83 was a huge amount more than they got in the preliminaries. Massive improvement. I'm absolutely delighted for them. Next to compete, the duet from Poland, Marika Tadera Bazadra and Michalina Nadzek, the 15-year-olds, starting with a difficulty of 26.7 for their flamenco routine. Technically very strong, both of them. Hold themselves nicely in the water for the presentation. Would like to see maybe a little bit more definition on some of the hybrids so it doesn't blend. Good. Nice height on the transitions. It's certainly very good travel around the pool. Right in front of the panel of judges. They can't afford to make a mistake here. Very nice height on a lot of those hybrids. I have been very impressed with them. That's good work from Marika Dadera Donbizadera and Michalina Nadzek. She actually made history for Poland, taking the bronze in the free solo. The first time that Poland have been on the rostrum. For this duet, they have they finished in 5th place in the preliminary rounds, but that score doesn't carry through, and they're actually in 3rd place after just the figures with 75.5652. So they do have a realistic chance of a possible another podium. The music was flamenco, a Timmy trumpet and jet fire. They chose the music because they love flamenco dancing. They've been together for a year. A 11th in the Hungarian Open Championships this year. They did have one base mark in the preliminaries, which is on their 5th hybrid. Hopefully they've worked on that. They will have asked and found out what the reason was for that base mark, and have had time to work on it since. The coach, Knesnia Yadlovskaya, does a lot of good work with the team, and it's great to see the improvement that they are making. Very strong, particularly on the technical side. Need to continue to work on the artistry within the performance and maybe getting a little bit more speed into it generally. Into second place with a routine score of 189.9502, 265.5154. When it comes to the artistry, if they have a bit more variety within the hybrids rather than just focusing on the rotations, then that will certainly help them to even improve up the rankings even more. 11th to swim out of 13. The twins, Vittoria Carenza, Violante Carenza, 15 years of age. The theme is vitality, sense of triumph and gratitude for life. Very good on the timing. I thought that was excellent on the artistry as well. as doing great artistry on the transitions and throughout the whole routine. They had it on the hybrids as well. You know, they had the thrust, they had the flexibility, they had the rotations, they had the airborne weight. All of the families were included. So I hope that that is recognized when it comes to the scores as well. And they had connections as well within it. And yeah, overall it was very strong, I felt, on the artistry. I don't like it when I see a routine that just focuses on one of the families, which is always the rotations. The music that they used was a firstborn evolving sound. They are the youth champions in Italy and have been doing a duet since 2019. In the preliminaries, their score was strong enough to put them into third place. From the figures, though, their starting point for this final, because that's the only score that moves forward, is 73.73. So their starting point for here is fifth. So to get on the podium, they knew that they had to come out here and do a very strong swim indeed. It was a clean swim in the preliminaries, but they are absolutely superb to watch. A lot of these duets are just incredible, the levels that they are getting to at such a young age. They had really good height there with the one leg out of the water, right up to the top of the leg. Overall, they were well synchronized. And they had obviously worked on the artistry throughout. So 28.65 is their difficulty. Second place at the moment. Their difficulty remains the same, but their starting point was slightly less than Greece. Fabulous on the artistic impressions, 75.85. The routine score is 200.383, an overall total of 274.1182. So behind Greece, ahead of Poland.
Duet number 12, Spain.
So two more duets to swim. This is the duet from Spain. This is their secret agents themed routine. And they start with the highest degree difficulty at 34.6, just 0.1 ahead of Greece. Lily Galtieri Oldham and Rihanna Bjorklund. Really going with the secret agent theme. Such powerful music, but they're coping well with it. Need to keep the height. Slightly different on the timing going down there. Getting that extra bit of air. Really good intensity in these moves. packing in so many rotations. But I would like to see it just a little bit higher. Loving the speed though. Well, they gave that absolutely everything. A superb performance from the duet from Spain. Such rapid moves throughout. And really good artistry as well. They've entered this final in second place after the figure competition. They were second in the preliminaries. It's going to be very, very close with Greece if they do have the clean swim and they don't have any base marks. As I say, the difficulty was only 0.1 difference between them, and both of them had really exceptional artistry within the performance. Good variety within the hybrids and really lived the theme of secret agents. The music is called They See You, and it is a first time together at an international competition. They've known each other for a long time as they're the same club, but they've only been together for this season. Lily's 15 years of age, and Rihanna, she's 14. And they're coached by Nerea Sanchez, Virginia Villalaba, and Leda Abadia did the choreography. And what a great job she did on that. I thought the timing was very good between them. And they will be very, very hopeful of certainly getting a podium place. Spain so far have 2 silvers, a bronze, but they took the gold in the free combination yesterday. What a fabulous performance that was. It's been really good to see that a lot of the duets have focused on artistry as well, and I think the apnea coming in has helped with that. They are delighted. Wow, what a score. Going over the 300 mark. 301.4148 is their total score, but their routine score at 223.1042 is a massive difference of 20 points since the preliminary rounds. Incredible scoring, 5 points, 5.4 ahead of Greece. So they are certainly assured of a medal, as are Greece, but we have to wait for France to swim to see what colour it will be. So France, Apolline Gilliot and Yael Ayalon-Jegu. This is their cheetah routine for the 15-year-olds. They were first in the preliminaries, but they start in 4th place after the figures. Very good height on the acro move. A difficulty of 28.8, so slightly less than Greece and Spain. Very fluid on the moves there. Slight differences on the timing at the beginning, but really good height. really living the cheetah theme here in the choreography. Good on the timing. I love the fact they're swimming so close together here. Makes it very clear for the judges. Just they need to be careful of the timing down into those tabletops. Well, credit to them for sure for doing the hybrids so close together. It's very easy to hit each other, and they got the spacing just right. I loved the artistry again. A very, very strong routine. I felt that the synchronization was slightly better than it was in their previous swim in the preliminaries. And again, they had a lot of variation within the hybrids as well as the choreography throughout, really bringing out this cheetah theme. They wanted to be like cheetahs as they are such elegant, powerful and fast animals. They've had to work on the aggression to show the cheetahs, as they were told when they first started that they looked more like friendly hamsters. Their music was Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, with Sink the Ship and Yibami from Ludwig Göransson. It's their first year together, and what an impressive duet they are. So because their degree difficulty is slightly lower than Spain and Greece, they need to get a very impressive score indeed if they are going to get a gold or silver. Their figure score that carries through is slightly lower as well. But there is no doubt that this is a very impressive routine as well, and hopefully that will be shown in the artistic score. They had good height there on those belly legs and stayed dynamic throughout the whole performance. Slightly different alignment on that last hybrid right at the end. Perhaps they were just a little bit too close together there. So any weight for the scores is always of concern, because that means that the technical controllers have something to look at. But we have the scores coming up shortly. Oh, and they have got a medal. They have moved just ahead of Italy. They've got the full assigned difficulty. Look at that artistic impression, 81.95. Absolutely brilliant. Routine score 210.5959. So that's been increased from the preliminaries by about 11 points. A total of 285.9020 to clinch that bronze medal. What a fabulous swim. another medal for France, adding to the 5 that they already have at this competition. Scores do have to be verified, but here we have the results. 223.1042. So Spain looks like they are going to take the gold overall with 301.4148. Those scores were just for the routine itself. Greece the silver and France the bronze. And we move straight on to the mixed duet free now. And we start with Hungary. Isabel Lily Soares, Matthias Benjamin Poor. Both of them are going to be 13 this year. So a very young duet. And they start with a difficulty of 14.05. Nice and solid on the fishtail position. And swimming closely together, that's good. Need to watch the timing a little bit. And very nice timing with the music throughout that performance. I think the music really suited them and thoroughly enjoyed watching it. Of course, you wouldn't expect the difficulty to be as high. Their difficulty starts at 14.05, which is absolutely right for them. So there are 7 elements within the mixed duet, including 2 acro pair moves that have to be within the routine somewhere. But what a special duet they make. The theme is Pachuco, the music Royal Crown and Hey Pachuco. They love the fun music, as Isabel particularly likes to dance to it. They're both in the national team and they're the 2 youngest athletes. So how amazing is that? And congratulations to them. So when they're not spending a lot of time in the swimming pool, Isabel, as I said, likes to dance. And Matthias, he likes computer games and he loves to help his parents with cooking as well. Coached by Sandra Rodza, who did the choreography, so well done to her, and also helped by Letizia Nikesi. So unlike the women's event, there hasn't been a preliminary round in the mixed duet because there are only 8 in it. So they didn't need to do the preliminary rounds to reduce the number to the 12 that normally qualify. So this is actually a straight draw. Very nice on this first acrobatic move. She had good height, but found it difficult to control on the way down, so just lost a bit of alignment. But their presentation here is very good indeed. They look confident. They had good height just here. And very nice on the night. But the back leg has to be very straight there. So the difficulty is about halved, down to a 7.35. So they have got some base marks. The routine score 106.087. The good news is they have got the apnea bonus. So 4 base marks on a 2, 3, 4 and 5. So that's why the difficulty has gone down. So that's a bit disappointing for them. But 163.490 is their total score once the figures are added in as well. As we move on to the duet from Croatia, Rania Dimitrovic and Lovro Palihan, 15 and 14 years of age respectively. This is The Streets of Fire from the soundtrack. A difficulty 20.55. Getting good height, being pushed up. And needed to get more underneath her so that she was lifted up rather than sideways. But I do like the presentation and the interaction they have with each other. Keep the core tight for the alignment. Overall, I enjoyed watching it. They came together quite a few times, so that for me stood out as a real positive in the performance. They just needed to be very careful on the execution of the elements. They seemed to cut it short on a number of occasions, and that can mean base marks. For instance, when you do the thrust, you have to do a high movement with both of your legs out of the water, preferably with costume out as well, and then go into the split rather than going straight into a split position. They will continue to work, of course, on their flexibility so that they can really stretch out the extension in their legs a little bit more as well. After the compulsory figures, they qualified in 6th place, so that's where they're lying at the moment before the routine is added. They love the movie, The Streets of Fire, so they suggested that that was the music that they would like to use, and I think it was a really good choice for them. They've been touring together for a few years now and are the national champions. Apparently Rania, she has a very good memory, memorizes everything, and enjoys writing. Coached by Ivana Lukak, choreography by Lana Palihan. So looking at this acrobatic move, that was really nice and high, but she needed to keep the body alignment until she was right underneath the water. But the dance moves were nice within the performance, and they were working to keep the shoulders up. The presentation was nice throughout. And as they build more strength, then the execution will come with that. So they started slightly ahead of Hungary when it came to the figure scores, which have carried through from the other day. Not much difference, just about a 1.2. So Hungary, they have taken through a score of 163.4906. So the difficulty has reduced by about 6 points, so they have achieved quite a lot on the difficulty, but do have some base marks. Sadly, they haven't got the apnea bonus, so they haven't got the additional 40 points. So that's a shame for them, and it means a total for that routine was 87.49, and it puts them 146.599 was their total behind Hungary. But now the mixed duet from France, Maceo Vanille de Dieu, Calapusta, 13 and 14 years of age. This is their Charleston dance. The music hit the road, Jack. Very good height on the egg beater and really moving with it as well. Very solid on the execution. superb on the musicality, really picking up the accent there. And excellent on the thrust and hold. The intensity of movements is so good. Good originality in the transitions. Just needed to rotate a little bit more into the split. But look at the speed they're getting. The way they're travelling around the pool is absolutely brilliant, and the variety in the performance. Now keep the height. What a superb swim there from Matteo Van Heijden and Carla Pusta. Thoroughly enjoyed watching that. I thought their musicality was absolutely superb. The artistry, excellent. And they looked so confident right from the very start. Matteo Van Heijden, he has already got 2 gold medals to his name, having won the male figure competition and also the men's solo as well. He is the son of Virginie Dedieu, who is here watching and supporting, and so great to see him following in her footsteps. If you follow artistic swimming, of course you will know the name, and that she is a multi-world champion and an Olympic medalist too. But back to this duet, absolutely fantastic. France did take the gold back in 2022 with Lou Thulier and Lucas Valigioni. And after the figure competition the other day, they do start in first place with 76.28. They've been swimming together for 2 years, and I must say they're both very dynamic athletes and absolutely brilliant. The difficulty, 27.6. That is the full assignment, which is brilliant. Artistic impression, 76.1. 197.1271 for the routine score, and an overall total, a massive 273.4104 to set the bar very high indeed. As we move on to the duet from Greece, Stylianos Koukouselis and Danai Saprali, 14 and 15 years of age. The theme is tigers, and their difficulty, 29.55. So the highest degree of difficulty. Slightly losing alignment after the first acro move. already showing a lot of strength, but very slight timing error at the beginning. Great interpretation though. As they bring the legs down, there's different emphasis, so that will affect the deductions on synchronization, but they are technically strong. Really good height on that rotation. Very good speed, and as I say, keeping that height. Some nice foot choreography as well. Well, a very impressive performance from the duet from Greece. As I say, they do start with a slightly higher difficulty. I felt that there were a few more tiny little synchronization errors throughout that, but I liked the height that they were getting on a lot of their hybrids. It's very impressive indeed. The speed as well throughout the performance was good. The theme, as we said, was tigers. They're fearless and fighting for survival, and say that their courage is their inspiration. Music was by Audio Machine. We've only been together for 4 months, and what an impressive duet they make. At the World Youth Championships, Stylianos was 5th with a different partner, Artemi Kutrakai. He finished 4th in the men's solo yesterday. He is very, very talented. Unfortunately, he didn't get the apnea bonus, and if you don't get that, then you automatically lose 40 points. So he would have actually been on the podium had he got that apnea bonus. So that's a real shame for him. And into second place, they have the full difficulty, they have the apnea bonus, routine score of 192.2708. With the technical figures added, it's 262.7360. Second place behind France. As we move on to the duet from Bulgaria, the brother and a sister, Yordanka Nakova, Ivan Nakov, 14 and 16 years of age. Better than that. I mean, they've been together for quite a long time now compared with some of the other duets. So they really do need to focus on that moving forward so that they do nail that synchronization, because be prepared for quite a few deductions here for that, which is a real shame. Great to see them swimming together, those brother and sister. And a lot of the time when you're trying to perfect the synchronization, you don't have to do it in the water. You can do walking through on land as well, and use of video. Their coach knows all this. I don't need to say anything, but that's what they really need to do. And also to practice it sometimes to taps, and perhaps without the underwater speaker as well, so that they get more used to the feel of it. Ivan is the first male artistic swimmer in Bulgaria, so great to see him performing here with his sister, coached by Diana Tavanaska. And really fantastic that they're getting the experience of international competition. So their degree difficulty was 16.2, and that's right for the level that they are. And as they continue to grow in the sport, then the degree difficulty can, of course, get a little bit higher. But the most important thing for them at this stage, I think, is to really work on their synchronization. Like to see them giving a little bit of a smile to the camera, but they're obviously still deep in thought. As an athlete, you generally know if you have got the timing wrong or if you have done something incorrectly for a base mark as well. So it's probably still all going round in their heads. But they look good as a duet, and hopefully the penalties won't be too much. So they were the fifth to swim. We have 3 more duets. Currently lying first, 273.410 points is France. What an impressive performance from them. So difficulty has been about halved. They have got the apnea bonus, so that's really good. 99.8480 is their routine score. 157.2101 is their overall score. The duet from Italy, they start in the 3rd place from the figures competition. This is Andrea Garuti and Alice Lamara. Their difficulty is 25.25, and the theme is Yin Yang. Very nice timing there. A good start. And good interaction. Good height. Need to be careful on alignment. That's good. Technically strong. Very nice on the timing. The angles for the unbalanced move. Well, they had a good mix and variation within their hybrids, which I really like to see. They had the thrust, they had the flexibility, they certainly had the rotations. Very dynamic with a lot of the moves and good intensity throughout. Andrea Grutti, he took the bronze in the men's solo yesterday. Italy so far have taken 3 bronze at this European Championships. The music was Kung Fu Wei. The music represents opposites, so black and white, male and female, good and evil, heaven and earth. The opposite energies that complement each other. So a really great choice for a mixed duet. They've been doing the duet just for a few months now, but they have been in the team for a couple of years and took gold at the Italian Championships this year in the youth. So from the technical figures, they carry forward a score of 71.151, which was in 3rd place. So certainly in with a chance of a possible medal here. So a little bit of a wait for them whilst we await the scores ourselves. 273.41 is currently the leading score, 262.73 second, and third 163.4906. So if they want to be on the podium, they need to be above those 3 scores. And here come the scores. Well, they're in 3rd place at the moment. The difficulty has been reduced from 25.25. Sadly, we're not able to see the synchronization deductions for some strange reason, but normally they are on there. The routine score 159.4750 for a total score of 230.6265. Duets. And the next to swim is Spain. They qualified in 2nd place after the technical figures. Nico Sanchez Aguilar, Enya Moral, the 14-year-olds. The confidence. And very, very precise with these hybrids. Such good variety here. What a brilliant routine from Spain. I found myself smiling all the way through that. Choice of music, superb for them. It was really suited them, and if the athletes look like they're enjoying swimming it, everybody enjoys watching it as well, and that includes the judges. Really good artistry, and they also have the technical skills to go with that as well. Enoko, he won the bronze medal at the last European Youth Championships, a different partner on that occasion with Daniela Shiraz. and he's had a very successful European Youth Championships, taking silver in both the men's solo and the technical figure competition as well. Enya is making her international debut, and what a fantastic duet they make. As I say, their starting place is second from the figures, the technical figures that carry through. They have got quite a high degree difficulty at 28.7. I think if they have a clean swim, then this could be a very nice score indeed to get them up onto the podium. Currently first is France. But their presentation, you can see it here, they didn't look nervous at all. So France for 273.41, Greece 262.73, Italy 230.62. We only have one more duet to swim. What's it going to be for Spain? Very nice on the mascots. Oh, and it's a first place. The celebrations have started. They can't believe it. It is so close. 75.1 on the artistic impression, over 200 off for the routine score, a total of 275.9083, just 2.49 ahead of France. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, Spain. The wonderful duet. And now, after all that, we have the final duet to swim. The duet from Poland, Kasper Kaszik and Zoya City, the 14-year-olds. The theme is tango. At the end there, but it was certainly a very confident performance indeed. And I did like a lot of the choreography as it all sort of weaved together throughout the performance. They mainly focused on rotations throughout the performance. I remember making a comment about the extension in the split. I think it was in the first hybrid, and maybe that's why they haven't got a bit more flexibility. So that would be probably noted by the artistic judges that, you know, it was a lot of rotations, but that's something that they can certainly build on. Casper is here with his two sisters. They are triplets, 14-year-old triplets. He is the first male to represent Poland in artistic swimming, and they are the first mixed duet. Needed to watch a little bit on the alignment. Had good height on a lot of these transitions. But you could see the differences in the leg separation there. But I like the presentation from both of them throughout. Coached by Knizia Ladluskaya. And they look absolutely delighted to be here. They have their full difficulty at 15.75, so very well done to them. And they have the apnea bonus as well. 5th place, 214.1997. So we will have confirmation of these scores up on your screen shortly. These scores here are purely for the mixed duet. They don't include the scores for the technical figures, which are added on to get the final result. But regardless of that, it will be Spain with the gold, France with the silver, and Greece taking the bronze medal. Italy just missing out in 4th place. And then Poland, Hungary, Bulgaria and Croatia. So we will be back fairly soon with the medal presentations for both the women's duet free and also the mixed duet free. So do please stay with us for that. It will be medal ceremony for the European Championships and also for the Komen Cup as well, which is being run parallel to this. So we now have the official presentation of the women's duet. Taking a silver medal, their second silver of the So those are the medalists for the European Youth Championships, and now because it is combined with the Coleman Cup, the medalists will be presented now for that Coleman Cup. So the rankings are identical to the European Youth Championships. The Coleman Cup, some Mediterranean countries, plus a few other invited countries as well. So France taking their second bronze. The first one received for the European Championships. Now this is for the Komen Cup. 285.9020. Awards being given by Laura Derenzis and Noam Zwei. Taking the silver in the Komen Cup, 296.0129. Spain taking the Komen Cup gold medal, 301.4148. Many congratulations to all of the medalists. Women's Duet Komen Cup final. We will shortly move on to the medal ceremony for the mixed duet final for this European Youth Championships. So now the medal ceremony for the mixed duet free. So a bronze medal to add to their 2 silvers. Stylianos Koukouzelis and Denai Saparelli. $262.7360. Their theme was tigers. being fearless and fighting for survival, and they fought hard. Matteo de Dieu, Carla Pista from France taking the silver. Silver to add to the 2 golds that Matteo de Dieu won yesterday, and in total it brings up the tally to 3 golds, 3 silvers and 2 bronze for France. Total of 273 points for 104. So Spain taking the European Aquatics Youth Artistic Swimming Championships gold medal for the mixed duet. Nico Sanchez Aguilar, Aina Moral. A gold for Nico to add to the silvers that he has already won. Total score of 275.9083.
Please stand for the national anthem of Spain.
Confirmation, the gold to Spain, the silver to France, and the bronze to Greece. And then we have the medal ceremony for the Komen Cup, which will be the same athletes. It's not normally combined, but on this occasion it was. So the medal ceremony for the mixed duet, free, the Komen Cup.
Third and bronze medal with a score of 262.736, representing Greece.
Greece taking the bronze, Delianos Koukouselis, Danai Saprieli. 262.7360. Matteo de Dieu and Carla Pista from France taking the silver medal for the Komen Cup, 273.4104. Spain taking the title. Nico Sanchez Aguilar, Enya Morale with their Chicago Overture and all that jazz routine, which is very special to watch indeed. 275.9083. Confirmation for the Coleman Cup. Spain taking the gold, France the silver, and Greece the bronze. Many congratulations to all of the athletes, and thank you for your fabulous performances. So we have a break now, but we will be back later on today, 6 o'clock local time, for the free team final, which will be very exciting indeed. For me, Andrea Holland, it's goodbye for now.